Hey everybody, we are looking at Module 2, Lesson 12 in our curriculum. So today make sure you are reading The Secret Garden still. You should be kind of wrapping it up with chapters 25 through 27. So if you have not gotten to this point yet, you definitely want to focus on your reading for a while, okay? Because we are literally finishing the book today in Module 2, Lesson 12, okay? So you need to read the book to be able to do the assignments that are about to come, okay? So go through the lesson, watch this video. It will definitely help you understand what a book review is and how you are supposed to write it, okay? Okay, to start us off on lesson 12 first, we are going to go over a couple of things together. Our bell ringer is, what is the best way to tell someone about something? Do you think it should be A, give specific details about why you liked it or why you did not like it, or B, just tell them you liked it, or C, you're not sure? So think about that for a second. Which one would be the best way to tell someone about something? Okay, hopefully you said A, because this one has specific details about why you liked it or why you did not like it. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're writing your book review. Please, please, please don't just get to your summary and be like, I liked it just because. All right, guys, that is not the best way to tell me about your opinion, okay? So go ahead, keep that in mind, please. Um, so our standard from the great state of Alabama is that we are going to be able to write arguments to support your claims with clear reasons and relevant evidence. Okay, so that's kind of your focus for your book review. You want to be able to explain your thoughts, give reasons, and really just help us to completely understand what you're talking about. Okay. Our objectives, or like what we want to accomplish throughout lesson 12, would be we want to write a book review that summarizes the content of the book. The information should include information about the author, your opinion of the book, and a recommendation. A recommendation just means, do you recommend that someone should read the book or not? Explain using textual evidence, that means parts of the story, and an organizational pattern that will help us kind of understand. All right, so you might not have ever written a rave review of a book before. Maybe you've always written like a book report or something like that. Well, this is going to be different. Okay, this is not a book report, this is a book review. So let's think about a book review for a second. The best book reviews are going to be like on, so just kind of pretend like you are um, like a critic or something, and you have a website, and people come to your website to figure out if they should read books or not, okay? That is what you are going to do today, okay? You're going to tell people if they should read books or not, all right? So, number one, for the best book reviews, you want to have a strong summary. But guess what? You don't want to give away the ending, okay? So you want to tell us, about the beginning, middle, and towards the end of the story with like some examples of what happened throughout the story. But you don't want to be a spoiler alert, okay? So don't give away everything. Number two, you want to have a sophisticated opinion, all right? That just means don't say, I liked the book, period. All right, tell me exactly what you're thinking. Give me some reasons, some evidence for whatever you're thinking, things like that. Like this, evidence from the text. Okay, you can give your opinion, but you need to back it up with examples from the text. Like, I think I didn't like the book because blah, blah, blah. Okay, give me a reason from the story. Um, Number four, a recommendation. Okay, so maybe think about who would enjoy this story. Whether it's like girls and boys that are in middle school, ages, 10 to 13, whatever, or maybe people that are looking to learn more about friendship or, just different things like that. Think about the theme and who could really appreciate a theme like that. Number five, strong conventions. That just means use Grammarly or something like that. Get somebody to really help you check for mistakes, okay? Because you don't want to be writing a book review and then it not make any sense, okay? Because people won't want to read what you write or the book that you're suggesting. All right. Um, you have learned that a book review answers many questions. Some of these would be, what's the book about? So people can, come to your website to see if they are interested in the book. If it's fiction or nonfiction, is the book a reader? Is the book for a reader who is my age, that has my interest? So you want to explain, who you're recommending that book for so people will know if it's for them or not. And maybe even what time period you think that the book is in, okay? And I'm sure you can find that whenever you're researching the author and things like that. Does the reviewer recommend the book? Why or why not? And then what's the title and who is the author? So the reason that it's so important to tell about the author is because some people like to read every book written by a certain author. So for you to say, hey, this is the author, you might love this author, so you would probably love this book, okay? Things like that. All right. Can you identify the relevant information that is missing? Okay, so this is just kind of a part of a story. So let's try to see if we can find the author name, the title, the audience that it's for, and like an opinion, okay? One of my favorite books is Sterling North's book about a pet raccoon he had when he was 11. North wrote Owls in the Family, and I liked that book so much that I wanted to try another nonfiction book by the same author. Both are books for children from 8 to 12 that tell a good deal about North as well as about the animals in his life. The raccoon was a great pet, but he was always getting into trouble. All right, so let's try to find the author. So Sterling North, that's kind of a weird name, but that is the author's name. Okay, so we found A. All right, we found that. Let's see, a title. It says North wrote Owls in the Family. So that means that's the title. Whoops. Okay. So an audience. So it says they wanted to read another book by the same author. Both books are for children 8 to 12. Perfect. That's your audience. And then an opinion. So it says I liked the book so much, but it doesn't necessarily say like why. And so I think it's important, guys, to just notice you can say that you liked a book so much without it actually giving us, information about the story, okay? So it does say that, it talks about his animals and things like that. But guys, we need to make sure that we have like a whole paragraph pretty much that's just telling about your opinion. And it can be a part of your summary, but you want to make sure it's very clear what you think and why. All right, outlines. So you might want to just stop your picture here, maybe take a screenshot or a snippet of this page. An outline is really going to help you, okay? And you're gonna you're gonna see why later. But today, use that little graphic organizer that's in this lesson and go ahead and start planning because you want to have different paragraphs, okay, in your paper. You don't want to just have one big nasty paragraph. So you want to plan out what's going to be in your intro. A whole paragraph about your author with these things inside it. A whole paragraph with your opinion, some textual evidence, and your summary. You can have more than one paragraph there for sure if you need to. And then a conclusion. You want to include your recommendation in the conclusion and then review kind of your summary there. All right? Okay, really quickly, we're going to go over Module 2, Lesson 13, okay? So you should be done with the Secret Garden at this point, and now you're going to be working on just kind of researching the author and things like that. So there's just a couple parts of our lesson today. Those parts that say draft are not parts that you have to do. um, so you have to do these parts really easy. And then I gave you a little graphic organizer to help you plan your research for the author. And then a book review brainstorming sheet that might help you kind of get your outline together. Okay, so today we are going to look Module 2, Lesson 13, Researching the Author. So knowing about the author and the world that he or she lives in gives us valuable context, okay? You'll actually learn that she was she was very familiar with the British living in India and all of the struggles that were going on there. So it's important for you to know that since Mary was living in that same world, okay? Maybe she was writing this story to kind of teach people about what was happening, okay? So it's really kind of cool to learn about your author. So you have learned that a book review answers so many questions. Don't forget, these are some of the questions. Why the author wrote the book, what is the author like as a person, and has the author received honors and awards? And you might be wondering, why is that important? Because remember, people like to read the same books from the same authors. So it's important to kind of remind them of who the author is and why they're so special. So while you're researching your author today, remember, you're looking for good sources. That's a good website or like a video, things like that. So make sure it's relevant, like it's something that is up to date and it's about your right topic, reliable, that you can trust it. It's not just somebody's random blog, okay? It's like a good real website. Credible. It's the truth, okay? It's not just somebody's opinion, but it's like facts, okay? Wikipedia is probably not the best place to look because people can change the information. So try to find something besides Wikipedia, okay? So wrap it up. Today, go through lesson 12 and 13 if you haven't already. Finish up your reading and start your outline, brainstorming worksheet, maybe even fill in that about the author sheet right here. Okay, that will definitely help you. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Get working on that. That book review, it's coming up soon.